Hi there, and welcome to this day in history for March 7th. March 7th is the 66th day of the year in the Gregorian calendar, or the 67th if it happens to be a leap year, with 299 days remaining until the end of the year.
Today's word is abstract. Abstract can be an adjective, a noun, or a verb, with different meanings for each. As an adjective, abstract can mean existing in thought or as an idea but not having physical or concrete existence, or it can mean relating to abstract art. As a noun, abstract can mean a summary of the contents of a formal speech or a book or a written document, such as a title to property, or an abstract work of art. As a verb, abstract can mean to consider something theoretically or separately from something else, or to abstract or remove something. The word abstract comes to us from Middle English, Latin before that, words that meant withdrawn or draw away, removed or turned aside. Earliest documented use of the word abstract as a noun or an adjective is in the 1500s and as a verb in the 1600s. Abstract.
And with that, we're going to start in 1872. This is the birthday of Dutch-American painter Piet Mondrian, born March 7th, 1872. While he did some representative art early in his art career, he soon moved into more abstract depictions. But what he is perhaps best known for are his more graphic works, similar to this example. Mondrian lived to the age of 71. On March 7th, 1876, 29-year-old Alexander Graham Bell received a patent for his revolutionary new invention, the telephone. Wouldn't he be amazed if he could see what that has become? On March 7th, 1965, a group of 700 people began a march. Their aim was to march from Selma, Alabama to the state capitol in Montgomery. This is not a short stroll. It's a 54-mile trek. In those days, there were a series of discriminatory requirements and practices in place in some southern states to interfere with the ability of African Americans to exercise their constitutional right to vote, even after the Civil Rights Act of 1964 had ended legal segregation. These marchers wanted to express their desire to vote. Unfortunately, the forces that had put and kept those discriminatory requirements and practices in place disagreed and sent the Alabama State Police to stop the marchers. Things didn't go well. State troopers and county posse men attacked unarmed marchers with billy clubs and tear gas after they passed over the county line, and the event became known as Bloody Sunday. Several people died either that day or later as a result of their injuries. Not to be deterred, the marchers tried again on March 9th, when they encountered the same forces as before, but this time they turned back before violence erupted. Since the governor of Alabama wouldn't protect the marchers, President Johnson stepped in and ordered federal protection. And so it is that the third march started on March 21st. At that time, protected by 1,900 members of the Alabama National Guard under federal command, along with many FBI agents and federal marshals, the marchers made good time as they marched along U.S. Route 80, known in Alabama as the Jefferson Davis Highway. The number of marchers grew as they went along, and 25,000 marchers arrived in Montgomery on March 24th and at the Alabama State Capitol on March 25th in support of voting rights. The route is memorialized as the Selma to Montgomery Voting Rights Trail and is designated as a U.S. National Historic Trail. I've been there, by the way, a few years ago when traveling with one of my granddaughters. I'm not sure she entirely comprehended the significance of where we were, but we talked about it while we were there. Subsequently, the Voting Rights Act became law on August 6, 1965. And that's it for us today. Thank you so much for watching. Give it a like if you enjoyed this video. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Feel free to share this if you found it interesting or informative. If you enjoyed this series, you can check out the playlist that contains these videos. I'll put a link in the description. That description lives on YouTube. So for the other channels, I'll put a link to my blogger page that will have all those links. My blog is called No Really. And you can find me also on Rumble, Parler, BitChute, and Getter. All those links in that description. Alrighty, that's all I can think of right now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.